Hey guys, this is part one of Let's Make a Game Character Animation. I hope that we can go from the very beginning all the way to the very end, because I love seeing those things. Especially when it looks awful in the beginning, then it looks amazing at the end, and I get to see like from start to finish all the little tricks and techniques. I love that so much. So hopefully that's what we're gonna do. This is for my game. I'm making an Android game. It's gonna take a really long time, but it's really exciting. Hopefully it stays exciting for the next year. So this is for people who want to do it digitally. They want to do animation digitally. There weren't that many resources showing how to start an animation digitally. There were some really good resources showing general principles and techniques, and a couple showing some computer programs, but there wasn't something that really spoke to me in terms of like using cheats, I guess, like trying to cheat and use digital aspects as much as possible. You know, while still maintaining your integrity as an artist. You know, we don't want to feel like we're not an artist. So let's jump in. Let's jump in and see what we're doing today. We need a new animation for our character. We need a new attack animation. I wanted to do the like spinning, jumping roundhouse kick, but I realized that before that we actually need a regular kick. So where's our reference video? Warren Levy. So it's a really good idea to get some reference, because reference makes everything happen. Whoa, there's our reference. Out of this whole video, this 1 second is our reference. Let's go watch it again. So bam, we want to have a kick that's kind of like that. And we actually want it from the other side. We want to have it from the front, but that's okay. That's fine. We can just change all those details later. So we want to have this, and we gotta get started. How can I keep this frame up? Well, you know, I don't know if I can or can't. It's my first time doing a streaming video, and so let's see. You know what, we'll just stick him off to the side. No, but then you can't see what I'm working on. Okay. So the basic key principle to doing an animation quickly is to do it really rough, right? And so you can basically, I'm not kidding, you can basically do some scribbles, and then the scribbles will move, and it will look like an animation. Yay! So let's do that. Let's basically do that. We want to have I want to have it go as quickly as possible. Oh! Quick shout out to NCS, no copyright sounds. They're awesome. Let's see. So we want to have the kicking motion, and it's really helpful if you don't think about the animation in terms of lines yet. Just do like kind of what is it, space filling with value or something. So we know we want to have a guy. Well, actually, our character's a girl, but whatever. We want to have a guy, and yeah, let's do him from the front. And so he's going to have a little arm here, and his little head. Sure, like this. And over here we can see what it'll look like small. I always like to work bigger than the final resolution is going to be. This one's a little bit too rough. Let's use some little lines. Nothing special, just like bam. How to make it look like he's got a box body, and then like standing. And you know, at this point, we should look at our reference again. Let's see how he looks. So he's got his weight on his back foot because he just finished his kick. Fantastic. Let's go back. And oh, there he was. So let's grab that first frame, right? Oh no, he's too fast for us. Let's go back again. Bam, right here. So the first frame is him facing towards us, and then it finishes with him facing away from us. So if we start with her facing towards us, she'll finish facing away from us. Well, that's okay. We can have her do like a wha-bam and back again. We'll have to make sure that her weight doesn't carry her forward too much. His weight carries him forward into that dropping stance. but we gotta make sure that doesn't happen. Or we could have her like do a little jump back, I guess, but that'd be a long animation. I want it to be a really responsive, snappy feeling attack. So let's start from here. Yeah, I really recommend downloading the YouTube videos using some kind of plugin. And then on VLC Player you can actually hit like a start point and a stopping point, and you can replay it infinitely and just watch that 1 second over and over again. But I figured YouTube wouldn't like it very much if I had a video showing how to download from YouTube. So let's just start from here. So I think this is the starting point, right? Yeah. Second 55. Yeah. Oh no, I'm too slow. Come on. I should probably edit this video. I should probably edit this video a lot. But whatever. Probably I should, right? Probably. Okay, so let's take this as our reference. He doesn't really have a very nice pose, and so I guess the key message we want to take away from that is that his body turns. So he starts out facing us, and then this back leg swings up, bam, and hits it. So let's start out with that pose. We have our little guy, and he's got he's facing us, and over here we can see his leg is kind of like this, and then this leg over here is going to be the one that springs up. So this leg is going to go bam like that, and then back down again, or something. We'll see. So the first key point is we want to make it look like this little guy is kicking. So how are we going to do that? And let's see. So the basic way that usually works is the keyframe method, and the keyframe method is really nice if you're doing pose to pose, and the straight ahead method is really nice if you're doing physics, if you want to show the effects of fabric or something. So using keyframes for the body or the skeleton, and then adding close later with frame to frame is really easy on a digital tablet, digital computer. Yeah, his leg is back a lot. Like this. Alright, we got a little guy. That's about good enough. We're gonna spruce him up a lot more later. I like to flip a lot because, not having worked traditionally all of my life, I need that little mental reminder. Upside down is really good too. If you only flip left and right, I highly recommend also going upside down. One of my friends taught me this and it changed my life! Changed my life completely. And so now we need the other keyframe. All we're gonna do is we're gonna hit V, get our move tool, hit Control Alt, and we're gonna drag a copy over because the shortcuts are amazing. And then we're going to, oh no, got both layers. And then we're gonna erase most of him. Another thing we can do also is we can copy and paste stuff around. And this is actually really helpful if you're doing a smaller animation, but we'll just do it here too, because this is one of the tricks that is really helpful when you want to just change the animation a little bit. I don't know, what does it undo? You want to come down like that? We'll have to watch the video again. And this arm, I don't know. And the head should be in a different position. The head should be over here. Now the thing is this trick works really well only when it's combined with a different trick. Because what happens is our brain is really good at seeing patterns. And so if you've got these lines here, boop, 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 and they're here too, boop, 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 then our brain is going to remember those lines, and we're going to see these lines not moving. It's going to ruin the animation effect. Really easy way to overcome that is just to erase it and just randomly redraw the lines like this. It works so well. And let's see, this is his front leg, so who knows how long it is. Also, I get the feeling his motion isn't extended enough. I get the feeling his body needs to be tilted more. So animation really makes you think about the movement of the body, and that will help you level up your drawings. So I highly recommend animation, even if you're not interested. But if you're not interested, why are you watching this video? You're asking. Who would watch this video if you don't want? Yeah, okay. Maybe an interested person made you watch this, and they're like, "Look, man, if you do this crazy stuff, like your drawing will get better." Yeah. Okay. So now we have these two frames. Let's make sure that the guy is right about the same size. Oh, he's about the same size. Good enough. And so, actually does look a little bit too big, doesn't it? Let's make it just a little bit smaller. Next we can already check and see what it looks like. I like to put it at 0.5 seconds. Move this guy over. Gotta make sure his leg is the right leg. So his right leg here is matched up here. The placement of the foot is like one of the most important parts. If you're doing a whole body animation, you gotta keep that foot in the right place to show the weight moving. Alrighty then. So here's our animation, and Photoshop is really bad at rendering animations, especially once you get down around like 0.1 second or 0.05 seconds. So it's better to save it as a GIF file and to open it in like Chrome or something like that. So here is our animation. Oh, looks terrible. Perfect. Yeah, but it looks like his body should be a bit more forward. Let's look at the reference one more time. So here his leg, his weight is all on his back leg. Here his weight is, his weight's on his front leg. Here his weight is, in the middle, whatever. And then what happens? Bam! Yeah, so his weight slowly goes forward. Ah, that's the key point. His body falls back. Right. That's what we need. So if we look at our little guy again, and we look at his froze, we can say, oh, his body totally didn't fall back. Oh, look at that. Also the arm, if you look again at the arm, you can see that his arm is like straight. And I think it'd be cool if his arm was like down or something. Yeah, so let's make his arm down. So, Prism Lasso tool, and just twist him like so. Get him nice and back. And the arm goes here. And the head kind of comes forward like that. And leg a little thicker because why not? Oh, but in our reference video, the leg is actually really straight. And if we do this angle like this, it looks like the leg is at a 90-degree angle from us, but actually the leg should be, going into space a bit. So we should get rid of this bend. We should make it straight. Yeah, there we go. Make the arm like, this maybe? Okay. His back arm is kind of invisible. Like so. This leg got way too long. And this weight doesn't look right, does it? Yeah, it really doesn't look right. This back leg has to come back more. Like that. This part is down more like that. Okay. Now that weight is starting to look a little better. Because he's not balanced, he's kind of falling forward. Let's check it again. First line up the feet. Feet lineup is important. And then check. And then check. Okay, so it looks like he's shifting. Bam bam. Good. Also, we actually want this to be our viewing resolution because it's already wicked small. Let's go ahead and make it bigger. Working really small is helpful though. because it lets you, I mean, working really small, making a tiny character is really helpful because it lets you be so rough. And it still looks like something is moving. So, again, yeah, so we got a guy, he's kicking. I don't know how we feel about this last keyframe. Something about it is a little bit, well, you know what, whatever, we'll run with it. I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be alright. So next thing we want to do is we want to put a, this is the keyframe technique, so we're doing like A and C and then B. And the B length is kind of what determines the feeling of the motion. So if we do one that's almost the same as C, if B is almost the same as C, it's going to look like it explodes out and slows down. But if B is similar to A, then it's going to look like it slows and explodes, slowly explodes. So when we're doing our motion, we want to find the area of the motion that's really fast, and we want to have fewer frames there. And we probably also want to use one of these like little effects where it looks like the leg is like blurring through space or something. So where is the, this is like it's stopping here and it's wicked fast in there. I like to drag them out like this and get another one. And now what we want to do is we just want to find some kind of halfway point. Let's use our lasso tool, drag his leg over. Oh, actually, you know, his leg, I'm sure his leg bends. I'm sure his leg gets a little bend. And actually, you know what? Probably his leg starts out kind of slow here and then gets really fast in here and then slows down again. So we'll have like 1 or 2 frames in here, maybe 1 frame here, 2 frames here, and then 2 frames here. Because that way it'll be nice and slow, fast, and then a little slow again. So we'll have this frame showing the leg is bending. And the weight. I'll start going back a little bit. And all of this sizing stuff is not really important because yeah, let's save that for later. No, it's too much moving. Just a touch. All of the proportions and things don't really matter because we're still in that really rough phase. Imagine if you're doing a sketch. You know, some people have like a really rough style for sketching. We're not even there yet. We're still in the like the thumbnail phase. If you're not sure what a thumbnail is, if you haven't heard that term before, I definitely recommend checking it out. It's a really great way to start your designs if you're working to like maximize your time efficiency. Thumbnails are like awesome. Okay, so we're getting this little guy, and this is animation. Frame 2, frame 3, and bam. Yeah, let's do 1 more. And in this animation, yeah, I'm gonna chop his leg up more. Bam, bam. Don't worry, this is not, we're not gonna run with this. We're doing a couple more tweaks after we get it like working a bit more. We also want to have his body kind of shifting back a little bit. And down. It's gonna start coming back now. And the head forward a little bit, like that. Maybe not that much. Who knows? We'll have to watch and see. Yeah, I was. If you read any of those animator books, especially that really good one. Oh man, the name is escaping me. Is it William Richards or Richards? on animation. Yeah, it's really a good book. But he also says that making even people who work traditionally, the faster they get something down on paper and put it onto the video camera so they can see it, the better. Don't waste time like trying to get it all done and then watch it. Just watch it right away. Right away. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do these roughs and then watch it right away. And then we need one more frame in here. One more frame in here. Showing the leg kind of like looping. And for this one, we're gonna do like a little shoo effect. And the body comes back a lot more, I guess. Head. Yeah, it's a little odd. But the key point here is to show some kind of motion blur. And we're also gonna turn the time down on this one, so that the time is really slow. Also, this file is way too big because Photoshop does not like animating big files. Let's go ahead and do that. So here we got our this one. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Who knows about any of this stuff? We'll see. And then we got the next one. This one is almost here. Actually, you know what? Will this work? For this one, let's work from here. So we'll pull this one back, and we'll make it just be a little bit less everything. And this one is a little bit less here, and a little bit less on top of his leg. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, let's watch it from here. Let's check this one out. Remember, the key point is to match all the feet. Feet are what make the weight get distributed. Here. Yeah, naming is always annoying. You know, names. Just. Yep. Delete this one, just restart. Restart? So, number 1, number 2, 3, number 4. Did they get annoying for you too? Counting the frames? Huh? Ah, yeah. I almost couldn't see the difference. Okay, let's watch it. Let's see what happens. Oh! Oh, it's painful. Oh, it's really painful to watch this, isn't it? Isn't that great? Isn't it just painful? Ah! All that hard work, and this is what we got? It's ridiculous. But it's perfect. This is actually exactly where we want to be. So, let's go ahead and just make some minor adjustments. So, this one, actually, there's not enough motion. It's not really enough to be satisfying. So, let's go ahead and cut it at the knee. Like that. And let's go ahead and make it faster. Alright. Okay, so now what you're saying is, oh my god, this looks terrible, you wasted 20 minutes of my life. And I'm saying, relax, it's okay. It's only 20 minutes of your life. Come on, what were you going to do? What were you going to do with that 20 minutes anyway, huh? You're going to save the world? No, I'm just totally kidding. So now, yeah, me too, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, yeah, 20 minutes of my life, ah! I needed that 20 minutes, I'm busy. So now let's go ahead, let's do one thing real fast. Let's go ahead and drop this one down to 0.1. Yeah, actually, let's make it even faster. Come on, Photoshop, you can do it. Yeah, and this one's way too slow. And this one's way too slow. This one's way too slow. Yeah, they're all way too slow. This one, this one, this one. We'll have them stop here. Man, yeah, it's just so slow, right? Not to mention it doesn't look very good. It's so slow. We're gonna fix the not looking good in a second, but first we're gonna fix this speed. We're gonna find the right speed for it. So let's make this one. Man, it's already 0.1. Still too slow. I'm curious if it's so slow because it's in Photoshop, or if it's that's really what 0.1 seconds looks like. I get the feeling it's slow because we're in Photoshop and we're doing a full screen recording. I'm sure that might be the case. So let's go ahead and drop that anyway. You know, maybe this frame is the problem. That's a little better. And it could be that this frame is too close. Yeah, this one... Yeah, that could be our bigger issue. This frame is too close to those legs. Let's get it more out here. Like that. And I think it's too dark, maybe? It's gotta be more of like a blur. Man, it looks really slow. It should not look this slow. Okay, that's better. We gotta check. We gotta see. We have gotta see how fast this really is. Let's go ahead and save it. Save as. No, let's just do a save for web. GIF 100% okay. Yes, all of the bottle animations. So it's like snap kick A. Alright, now let's open up this bad boy. Okay, so which one's faster? Yeah, that's so slow. Yeah, this is what it looks like for real. Yup. Way to go, Photoshop. Way to go, buddy. Way to be. Okay, that's alright. This is usually what happens, so we'll just keep this guy off to the side. So now what we want to do is we want to make his body look a little bit less stiff. And this is where you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked and annoyed at how easy it is to make his body look more organic and less like we just copy and pasted him all over the place. And to do that, all you gotta do is just redraw him. And I know what you're thinking, oh my god, redraw him, that's not a trick. But actually it really is, because you can redraw him any way you want. You can be as rough as anything, and it's still gonna look like it's a dude moving, because our brain is just so good at like pattern recognition, something. Was there an arm over there? Or what? Our brain is just like ready. It's ready to see something move. And so it doesn't matter what it is. Our brain will be like, saw it, I saw it move, I saw it. We'll be like, no man, that wasn't the same thing. He's like, no it was, I saw it move. So, oh hey! Yep, got some Korean ads. If you've never seen a Korean ad before, this is a Korean ad, because I am in Korea, doing Korean things. Yep. Alrighty then, let's see, next frame. This one doesn't look the same, does it? Barely looks the same. These ones are all light. Let's make them all light just so it's consistent. If we've got like one light frame and a bunch of dark frames, it looks okay, but it looks a little better if it's a little more consistent. So right now, I'm not even really thinking about everything I should be thinking about because I'm talking. Can't really think at the same time. Thinking and talking, I don't know who can do that. That's so difficult. But if I was doing a good job, I'd be like, whoa, whoa, the angle of the leg should be like this because the motion of the body. You know, I'd be all scientific about it. I'd be like, yeah, science. Since I'm not doing that, we get lucky. Okay, let's watch again. Looking better. I think one of the key problems is that his leg stops in this position. That's just so awkward. The head size changing, it doesn't help either. Making the head consistent is kind of important. Ah, yeah. So here his body falls back, and then doesn't fall back. Also, it moves forward too much. Drop him back. More. And then, yeah, so if we drop his body down a bit more, that'll help. Also, does it get longer? Does his leg get too long? Yeah, it looks really slow here. Let's go ahead and save it. Open it up. Oh no, does not exist. Okay. That is pretty close to what we want. But we also need it to come back down again. If we only have half of the motion, it looks really awkward. And the reason it looks so awkward is because there's no way that a motion would stop like this. And I mean, just physically it would be so hard to balance like that and stop here. So that's why it looks awkward. One easy way we can cheat, we're not actually going to do this for our finished animation, but one easy way to cheat is we can be like, go back to where you were, undo everything, which is going to look really strange, but it's going to look a little more finished. So like this, we can see that like this it looks like the motion is you know, completing. We don't want this completion, and especially this frame here looks really awkward. If we duplicate it because of the motion trail should be the other one now. Some kind of trail like that. Oops. Yeah, Photoshop. If you're using Photoshop to make animations, don't! Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's make like this one. Okay, so here's a little motion, here's a little animation, and this is not what I'm gonna do for the game. And so I'm gonna really quick just show the next step for an animation, just to give an idea of what it would be, and then I'm gonna jump back into animating the one I want for the game. So the next step is, of course, just to blow this bad boy up. Just blow this bad boy up. And now just treat it like it's a normal sketch. So we have the motion that we want. Well, we don't really. But let's say we have the motion that we want. If we have the what happened? What happened? Ah, Photoshop. You kill me. Photoshop. You're ruining my life. No, I'm just kidding. Photoshop's amazing. It's amazing! Okay. Yeah, okay, so here. So let's pretend we like this motion. It's not bad, it does have some feeling of movement. We could make it a little better if we had the feet be more Like look, the foot's moving all around. The foot is really what makes the motion look like it's a motion. If we just pop this guy's feet into the same spot, it'll look way better. Look at that. It's bouncing off of it. That never happened in real life. Yeah, so this kind of motion, you know, it's not bad. It's not really amazing because it doesn't have a good follow through, but it looks like he's actually moving, right? And so the next step is just to use your drawing skills. It's time to start drawing. We did enough cheating, now it's time to really draw. I guess you can call this like the gesture. I guess you can call this like the gesture. And so now that we've done the gesture, now it's time to draw the, you know, the real picture. And when we did our gestures a second ago, we were doing them a little bit roughly. And so the motion is hard to capture when we're doing our sketch, because we don't really know what any of this stuff is. What is this line? What is this line? What are these lines doing? So when we do our sketch, we have to basically recreate this pose, and we're gonna have to play with it a bunch more times to get the body to look right. So when I'm doing an animation, I like to do this, I like to think of this as another rough sketch. This isn't even a sketch, it's just a rough sketch. And we just want to have a little bit more definition for like the arms and legs. Like we just want to find out where stuff is and like what direction it's going in. Is it facing like the left, the right? And this is not that time consuming. It's basically just like a gesture. Before, I guess I would call the ones we just did like thumbnail gestures, and now we're doing like a more traditional kind of gesture. I'm not so great at gestures. Not so great at gestures. But anyway, we would keep doing this, and we'll make a rough sketch, and then polish that sketch. And the key point is that when you do the next one, and the next one, and the next one, it's always good again to do from keyframe to keyframe. So, I mean, I don't know, you can just straight ahead if you want to, but I think keyframe is a lot easier. So we blow up this final pose, and then we do like a more detailed sketch of the final pose. And then what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to see how the motion connects between these two poses, and just basically find each body part in between. So we don't get to escape any of the hard work of animation, but we do get to find our motion much more quickly. The key point about animating is that it takes a long time before you see your guy moving. But if you do this kind of a thumbnail, then we'll see our guy moving from the beginning, basically. Before we even have before we even know what a hand looks like on this guy, we can see that he's kicking the air, pulling his leg back. So let's stop the first tutorial here because it's already been a long time, and so I'm gonna only work on this one in the tutorial. There's a couple other animations I need to do. I'll try to only work on this one in a video so that we can see how long it takes to make an animation, because I actually need to know that myself, and we can see the process, make it look amazing, because I'm not going to stop working on it until it's amazing. So, I guess I'll see you next time, YouTube. Until then.